We're all in this together. It's up to us. We can make it better. What's up, y'all? This is Ty. I know that song was in my head. I'll explain it later. That song was in my head. Y'all remember that song by David Peaston? All in this together. It's up to us. We can make it better. I know I'm messing the song up, but if you remember that, you're showing your age, and I'm showing mine. So if you remember that, you're just as old as I am. Anyway, I'm gonna tie it into this review as well. Tonight's episode of my show that I love, Power, which I call Big Rich Town, is titled "We're in This Together." This is the fourth episode of the fourth season, and we're in this together. It ties into the little song I just sang. We're all in this together. See, told you I was gonna tie it in. You like that? Anyway, tonight's episode starts off. We see Ghost in prison. He's exercising. He's relieving stress because we know he's got a lot on his plate. His life is at stake. His family is in jeopardy. He could be, found guilty of murder and possibly get the gas chamber, electric chair, whatever, So he's like most of us men, when we get stressed, we work out to work out the stress and to get our bodies in shape. Look at mine. Look. Y'all like that? Look. Diesel. Don't hate. That looks good. Come on, give me some credit. Look good. Yeah. But this is not about me. Let's not about me. Let's go back to the show. So we see Ghost exercising, and here comes that damn prison guard played by the late great Charlie Murphy, and he comes over and he's choking him. He takes the weights and he's choking him. He's choking Ghost, and I'm thinking, is Ghost gonna fight back? And we see Ghost look up at the camera, so he's either looking up at the camera to see, to kind of say, does anybody see this man abusing me? Do y'all not see this? And the prison guard is like, yeah, that camera don't work, and we do what we want, and you deserve to die, cop killer. Now I'm sick of this. I'm really sick of this prison guard being a bully, and I need Ghost to handle him, because I thought Ghost was gonna handle him today, because this little shrimpy prison guard can't do nothing with Ghost. He could have got him off of him, but he's trying to restrain himself. But anyway, that was a great scene. It made me mad, so it was a good scene. They're really getting to me this season. So we also see that there's tension between Julio, Dre, and Tommy. Dre's acting a little fishy here. I caught something where when Julio confronted him and said, "Did you tell Tommy that the feds had me longer than you when they were interrogating me? Did you tell him that?" And he said no. That was a little sneaky move on Dre's part. I'm sorry, Dre's up to something. And we also see where Julio is telling Tommy, I know that you're causing us some problems with what you did to the Dominican guy, when you ran over his legs. And as Tommy called him the Dominican Shrek, I thought that was funny. He was like, hey, handicapped people get more parking spots. That was funny, what he did to Domingo. And, that was funny. Well, that was funny what he said about what he did to Domingo. Really funny scene. We also see Tommy going over to Tony Teresi's residence, and we learn more about Tony Teresi's wife and whoever this guy is. We see that Tommy has to make the drop, give this money, because in the last episode Tony Teresi blackmailed Ghost and said, I know who you are and I'll tell them who you are if you don't give me $20,000 every week and have your boy Tommy drop it off to my home. So we see Tommy meeting a colleague of the family and meeting Teresi's wife, and also getting some information on him as well. What I liked about that scene was we see kind of Tommy taking jabs at the guy because Ghost told him to figure out who these people are and get something on them. Now what that did, which was great, was it gave Ghost some ammunition, and it was because when after he paid him, Ghost went up, met up with Teresi in prison, and he let him know. He said, "This is the last payment," because you know Teresi come in there like a big shot. Yeah, well, we got the money, ha ha ha. And Ghost let him know, yeah, and that's the last time you're gonna get some money. And he's like, "What do you mean?" He was like, "Because just like you figured out who I am, I figured out something that you did. So now I got dirt on you, bruh." So basically, he let him know, "I know that you killed some mobster's relative, some mobster's father or whatever." And he's like, "What if that family," their name escapes me, "what if that family found out you did this? And what if I told them where your wife is staying?" You know, and so it's like, and with your wife being sick, you don't want that, do you? So it's kind of like that. That's what I like, the old Ghost that I used to see, outsmarting people and getting people back. So that I thought was cool. But now I'm saying this can't be over. This is not going to be over. I think that Teresi will try to come up with something and seek some kind of revenge, because now, you know, he seemed a little pissed off about that. We also see Angela making her moves down on Tasha, trying to play Tasha by meeting up with her and telling her, "Listen, we made a deal with your husband. He didn't take the deal that could save you and the family because he's selfish." So she was trying to make Tasha see that, you know, Ghost has lied to both of us, and he's all about himself, not you or I. So she was trying to, you know, get to Tasha, but it didn't work. But what it did do was cause Tasha to go to the prison, let Ghost know, "Listen, your little girlfriend came over here, she's saying all these different things, and how come you didn't tell me about this deal?" And she let Ghost know, "We're in this together, and you do not make any decisions without speaking to me and letting me know what's going on. You hear that? You let me know what's going on." So great scene right there. I like that. I'm liking Tasha this season. She ain't playing. She didn't fall for Angela's mess, and she let Ghost know, "I'm with you. We're a team. We got to work this thing out together." Okay, what else happened? There's a funny meme going around. Another funny meme like the one I saw last week. This one says, "When Ghost gets out, how should he whip or whip Tariq's ass?" And it has a picture of I think it's different little items, an extension cord, a belt, and a twig, and so I'm like, a piece of branch. You know, it's real funny. And so I'm like, when you do get out, you got to do something with your boy, because Tariq is still hanging with Kanan and his crew. He's drinking, he's smoking weed now, and he's helping them rob these rich kids. And what's stupid about this is you're going to get caught. Something's going to happen, because don't you see this pattern? Everybody that hangs out with you now, their homes are getting robbed. You're only black. Are you the only black kid? I think you're the only damn black kid in the school, you and your sister. And so now you don't think, when people start, "I was hanging with Tariq that day, and then my house got robbed." You know, come on, Tariq. But we also see Tariq get a little girlfriend. Well, not a girlfriend. Let me take that back. He gonna get him a little action. You know, Kanan is playing to his weaknesses, because he knows you know, he's letting him smoke weed. Then he's, you know, possibly, you know, he let him smoke weed, and now he's possibly going to get some action. Him having sex for the first time. So he's and then he's giving him money from these robberies. He's giving him money, like, "Here, this is your cut, this is your cut." So he's making him feel important. So Tariq is so naive, but he's really irritating me. I can't wait for him to get disciplined, because he needs a lesson. And I don't like how he's talking to his sister. I don't like how he's behaving. I'm sick of you, Tariq. I'm sick of you. That's all for you. Let's move right along to the FBI agent who last week was trying to, in last week's episode, he was trying, and he's still trying to clear Greg Knox's name. He meets up with Proctor, and he's giving Proctor this information. He says, I have some incriminating information that could basically would hurt Tommy, because it's the recording of Tommy, and Tommy's involvement with what's the guy's name? I'm terrible tonight. What's wrong with my memory? What's his name? Lobos and all of that. And he's saying, your man Ghost could flip on Tommy and clear himself. So as as Proctor and the agent are meeting up, here comes crazy Tommy. Stabs the man up. Stabs him up in front of Proctor. Proctor's like, oh my God, what did you do? He's like, listen, so Ghost was going to sell me out with this? Or he knew about this recording? So Proctor had to let him know, no, Ghost went to Greg Knox's house to retrieve that recording. He was trying to protect you. So basically, Tommy is letting Proctor know, we're in this together. You like that tie-in, right? Because Tommy has killed Bailey, the agent, and killed him in Proctor's apartment. Stabbed him up, then took the knife and smeared the blood on Proctor's nice clean shirt. And now Proctor has to get rid of the body and just handle this. And then he also has the recording, so it's like he's showing him, you stuck with us, you're not in this. Tommy's crazy. Tommy's letting him know, you're stuck with us, Proctor, and you're gonna figure this whole thing out. You're not gonna leave nobody high and dry. You're gonna help us out. So that was crazy. But the last thing I want to touch on is the FBI and their moves. They have shut down Truth. They have shut down Lakeisha's place. They have frozen assets of Ghost and his family. We see Tasha getting embarrassed up at the school. She trying to flex, and they done froze the accounts. The check is bouncing, and the principal's letting her know, sweetheart, if we don't get payment by the end of the week, your children are going to be suspended, okay? So, that's really embarrassing. But we see the other move that the FBI did was getting Proctor kicked off the case, because it's a conflict of interest for him to have represented Tommy and represent Ghost. So they kick him off. So we see Proctor go to Angela's house, and she's like, how did you know where I live? Oh, shut up, Angela. Come on, really? Anyway, he's telling her Ghost is innocent. Ghost is innocent. He just keeps saying that he didn't do it. So that triggers something in her, and Angela goes and views the surveillance tape, and she sees the tape from that night. She sees it was last checked by Sandoval, and she sees that Ghost did not go near that back area by the bar and hide any guns. So she's like, wow, he didn't plant that gun there. See, Angela? Now Angela's feeling real stupid, and that's where the episode left off. It's going to be good, because now we see that Angela is going to be trying. She's going to be up to something now, too. Now she's convinced. There's a mole somewhere, and the mole is still alive. So this is going to be really, really well. Good. To sum it up, Proctor's out. Ghost is left with Silver. We'll see how this works, because those two don't really like each other. Well, we know Ghost doesn't really like Silver, but we're going to see how that works out. Angela has a task now to figure this thing out, because I know she feels stupid. She now sees with that surveillance that she saw that Ghost did not put that gun in his own office. I was surprised that Bailey got killed. I said in my last review that Bailey was going to figure some things out. I was wrong. He got killed. That's how the writers do. They trick me. They have me thinking one way and something else happened. So we're going to see how this all turns out. I can't wait till next week. Tell me your thoughts on tonight's episode. Thank you for watching, and you have a blessed one. I'm out.